This is the watch list video for Thursday, February 18th. Keep in mind I'm a day trader, so I'm looking for stuff that can move tomorrow. Try to get my money every day, go to bed in cash, and start over the next day. So the SPY gapped up, gapped up, gapped up, and each day closed near its highs. That is, man, that's an impressive 4-day bounce. We're getting up near the top of a range. I have a very short list today, and probably because a lot of things are extended, so I really couldn't find much of anything that I didn't feel was extended. But here's a couple I'm going to watch. All right, NYMX is still in this range. I still like it, maybe 228, 229. It might break to the upside. This is my favorite on the watch list for tomorrow. Had this big pop here on TMST, and it's just flagging, right? Not very hard to see. Okay, so back through this flag, it might retest and maybe break above these highs. I may remove that real quick. And on an intraday basis, 5-minute candles that had trouble with $8 today. So that's my first catalyst. It's like 802. If we get through 8, and again, remember, I'm not going to be fighting the market. So if the market's weak, all bets are off. I won't trade anything that I'm showing you here to the long side. But if the market's holding up, I like this one through 8. So I like around 802. I'll have a fairly tight stop, knowing that the next catalyst would be 832, a break of today's high. 15, let's go to like 60-minute candles. I think I have after hours on here too. Let me get that off. Cleans it up a little bit. So there you can kind of picture the flag. So I like it through 8, knowing that then if it gets through 831, you've got one other little recent high to break before you come up here and maybe test this 939 high. So really like this one. Remember, my catalysts are 802 and 832. Those are my two catalysts I'll be looking for more upside. So I like that one a lot. SIEN, let's go to the daily. Just put in finally a small green candle today. I did not take a trade in this one today. I've had it on Bounce Watch for probably 3 or 4 days. It's finding support in this area around 7.5. Today's high was 803. Get back through 8, that might be worth a shot. That's SIEN. FLXN. Big volume today. Ended up closing about where it opened, but after falling pretty far and coming back up. So maybe this one goes red to green and pushes higher tomorrow. Doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. WATT made a big intraday move right here. Gave a lot of it back, but then climbed up the afternoon and closed fairly strong. So this one, I like it over the afternoon high, over 650. And then maybe we retest the highs from today. So put like 652 in my notes. That is one to watch. It's pretty extended though. All right, it moved from below 5 to almost 7 in a session and a half. So I'd like to see that one come in for a few days, but keep it on your radar. GoPro. Speaking of extended, it's had a big 2-day run. It just broke up into this gap today. The high here was 1282. It actually broke above that and got to 1305. The reason it's on watch, and I don't like to chase, I don't like to call anything after it's already been running for 2 days, but when you switch to 15-minute candles here, it really rallied in the first hour and then sideways the rest of the day. So it is flagging. So if it does break today's high over 1305, it might give a trade. This one can squeeze at times, but I'm not that excited about it because it's already had a 2-day run. So please keep that in mind. It'll have to be a really good setup. AERI closed at 1484, and after hours it's trading at 1734. So there's 16, so it's trading up about right here. I think it went well through 18 in after hours at its best on good news. So we'll watch that one as a gap play tomorrow. And then lastly, keep your eyes on JACK, Jack in the Box. Closed at 76.91. It's trading at like $62 right now. So if you go to the weekly, the 200-week moving average is at close to 56. You did have resistance in the 60 area. Matter of fact, this high here was 61.39. This high here, 62.90. So, but you did have some consolidation, and it's coming down to this area. So it might find support around 60 and maybe be a decent long. Sometimes you see a gap up and it runs all day. I'll be looking for it in that light, but if it doesn't meet my parameters, I probably won't trade it. Certainly has room to fall if it goes the other way as well. You know what? I'm going to leave it at that. Again, the market's extended, so be careful out there on the long side. That's a really big 4-day move off that double bottom we talked about 4 days ago. All right. So be aware of that, and we'll hopefully find some nice gappers in the morning to trade. But I'm going to leave my list small, and then we'll work together as a group on an intraday basis to make some money tomorrow. All right? Have a good night.